This is how I make my paella as a personal chef in Beverly Hills. This one's gonna be a long one with a lot of info, so I hope you're ready. My clients are having guests tonight and they requested seafood paella. Few things I want to get out of the way. One of my clients cannot have fresh peppers, so I will not be using any bell peppers in this dish. First thing I want to do is get the sofrito going, so I chop up a few onions, throw it in a pot with enough olive oil to cover, salt, and a few sprigs of thyme and rosemary. Normally I would put peppers in at this point, but well, I already told you why I'm not. Then cook that down until it's at the point where it's about to start caramelizing. I like to add the tomato paste and garlic around this time because I cook the onion at a higher temperature at the beginning and don't want to risk burning the tomato paste or the garlic. I'm going to mix that in and throw it into the oven at 250 degrees for 4 hours. Just let that gently cook and deeply caramelize without worrying about burning it. While that's going, I ran to Italy to get some seafood. I've actually never been here this early, so it was cool to see the fish case completely filled like this. It's beautiful. Then my boy over here set me up with all my clams, mussels, scallops, and shrimps. I wanted to get lobster as well, but they were looking pretty scrawny, so I passed. I had to go pick up some green bananas for my client, but as some of you guys know, I am colorblind and cannot tell what bananas are green or yellow. This has been my lifetime struggle. So I hunted down an employee to help me out. Thank you, sir. Then I headed back to my client's home and it's time for lunch. 1 yolk and 3 egg whites with a slice of toasted sourdough bread. I collect shrimp heads and shells whenever my clients request them just for these occasions. So I took them out of the freezer, laid them out on a sheet pan and get them roasting in the oven for stock. It's time to clean my seafood. First are the scallops. Most of you guys know this, but for those who don't, this is called the foot of the scallop. It's the adductor muscle that holds the shell together and it's pretty tough, so we're gonna remove it. Then I salt them, put them onto paper towels on both sides to soak up any excess moisture. For the shrimps, I'm going to cure them with a mix of 3/4 salt and 1/4 sugar to season them and also to accentuate the sweetness of the shrimp. I'm going to lay them on paper towels as well, right next to the scallops to pick up moisture. Now for some tedious work. I like to really clean my shellfish, especially mussels. They always have little barnacles and things on them, and I find the best way to get them clean is by using the tip of another mussel. Just scrape them until they're nice and pretty. See? Look how nasty that is. Always de-beard your mussels. It's easy. Just grab them and pull them. For clams, I usually like to let them soak in salted water overnight to purge them of any sand, but we don't have time for that today, so I just shake them up and give them a rough mix and change the water a few times until the water runs clear. Kind of like rice, but with clams. So this is where things deviate from how paella is traditionally made. My clients and I really like our seafood, like a whole lot of seafood, so this is what I do. In a large pot, I just saute some onions and garlic with a bit of salt, throw in 95% of my shellfish, saving a handful of each for the final cooking process, and throw in a bunch of white wine to steam them. I like to pull out the shellfish right as they pop open so that they're not overcooking. Overcooking shellfish is a crime. Now to get all that shellfish meat to fit into my paella, I remove all the meat from the shell. This is also when I go through each piece of steamed mussel meat and make sure there are no hidden beards. Nasty. Then to that white wine liquid with all that flavorful clam and mussel juice, I add back in the shells and the roasted shrimp shells, adding water and chicken stock. I'm gonna simmer this for an hour and this will be my paella stock. Maximum seafood flavor. And as you guys know, guess means caviar, so I do the usual buttered toast points, chopped hard-boiled eggs, and chives. I'm gonna make you look at my chives every time.